Hi Pisces, welcome to your May reading. I appreciate your patience once again. We have relocated, so that's what we were doing during the Taurus eclipse. And yeah, just getting resituated and stuff. So here we are. May's crazy, just like all the other months we've been doing, and it's really helping us to see different perspectives, I think all of this massive energy that we're all going through and the changes that we're going through, like the forced changes, it's not even something that like some of us are really, really looking forward to the changes and want them. But some of them we don't even expect. They're coming really out of the blue. And Taurus season for you guys is really, so your biggest focus in May with the sun in Taurus, the sun in Gemini, and all the other things that are going to be happening that we'll talk about as we go through your cards as well. But your biggest focus is your immediate environment, your home life, your siblings, your family. There's going to be Mercury Retrograde happening in the house of your home and nurturing and, where you're supposed to feel safe and stable, and it's going to be very, very chaotic. So, there's definitely a need for you to create space for yourself. There's also a need for you to how do I want to put this? Really look at how your environment is no longer nurturing you. And if things can be changed in your environment to help that nurturing along a little bit, it's, look at that stuff, right? If your environment needs to change completely, that's going to be another thing. And one of the biggest ways that you're going to feel that is how uneasy, when the energy of a space just starts to feel gunky and uneasy and like it just is really heavy and it just isn't feeling right. That's how you're going to know. And you can feel that way in other people's houses too. So removing yourself from situations that make you feel like that, you're going to recognize the difference of your nervous system, because the third house and the fourth house, actually, because the fourth house is about emotions. The third house is about, we start to look at our nervous system with the third house. That's how you're going to be able to make decisions more accurately during this Mercury retrograde that's happening in your fourth house. And you don't want to get super emotional. And having all of this chaotic energy in Gemini could create a lot of emotional moments for you. We're starting May off with the 10 of Cups. And I love this because you have really big dreams. And Jupiter in Pisces brought you a lot of that expansion to be able to think bigger on your dreams and to not have to just settle with what's going on immediately around you. Then we have the Knight of Wands, the back and forth kind of energy. And this is, it's interesting because the Knight of Wands can be a very useful energy as long as you're focused. Because a lot of times with the Knight of Wands, we're sort of like going, we can't really decide. We're like going back and forth on things and trying to figure out what it is that we really want to be doing. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles, which I absolutely love because there's the vision that I feel like you're creating for yourself is something that you want to bring into reality, into fruition. And the amazing thing, and I think that we've talked about this before, what I love about Pisces energy, you guys are directly opposite. Y'all know that I'm a Virgo. Most of you, if you're new here, hi, I'm Betsy, I'm a Virgo. But the thing about you guys you're the visionaries, right? You have the imaginations and you have, it doesn't happen in logical, your imagination isn't like, okay, well, I can do all of these things, but these are the steps I'm going to have to take to be able to get there, right? You don't, those, hold on, put it on silent. Always forget to do that. The logical parts for you have to be set down in detail by like other placements in your chart, let's say, you know, like if you have any Capricorn placements or you have any Virgo placements or Taurus placements or, you know, just, you know, anything, any like cardinal placements, like in Aries, Cancer, whatever, Libra, stuff like that can really help keep you focused on what it is that you want to do and where you want to go. So looking at the other placements in your chart to utilize them this month is probably going to be helpful too, because it's such, we can get lost. It's one of those months where there's so much going on that we can get lost. And I feel like because you already have an idea of the way you want your future to go and you really just want to be happy within, you know, the within the direction that you're going in, the stuff that you do on a daily basis, you want to enjoy it. You want it to be something that you want to wake up to every single day, right? It's not a thing that's just killing your soul on a daily basis kind of thing, right? But rushing into that kind of stuff, like it, because it feels very much like you're just ready, like you're right there. And I want you to take the time during Mercury Retrograde. It starts on the 10th of May, which is just a few days from now, and it ends on June 3rd. And then we'll have the post-shadow period until like the third week in June. So I want you to take that time to make plans. I want you to take that time to, you know, allow yourself to make progress with the things that you want to do that's going to make your heart sing, because rushing into anything right now can, especially because Pluto is also retrograde, like rushing into anything that you want to create permanency to is not going to happen. It'll be full of problems. It'll be full of issues. I'm not saying that I want you to wait until October when Pluto goes direct to do anything. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is I want you to be very careful, and I want you to understand that things are going to continue to shift and change even as you follow the path of your soul and doing that. So rushing into anything is never necessary. We never have to rush into anything. It's all about doing it when your energy is ready to do it. I even in the smallest ways, I will listen to when my energy wants to do certain things and when my energy doesn't want to do certain things. If I like have to make a phone call to someone and I get anxious just saying the words or getting out my phone to even start to make the phone call, if I get anxiety by doing that, then I know that I'm not supposed to be making that phone call, because I'm either like unbalanced in my energy in some way, or I'm just not supposed to be making that phone call. And so listening to myself, and that's the funny thing is, it's not, you know, sometimes you have to do those things and like push yourself forward. You know, some people don't do that stuff for a variation of reasons. But I find that listening to my energy in those moments actually benefits me down the road instead of creating more blockages for myself. And that's really, really, really what May is going to be asking of you. The bottom row, we have the Knight of Swords. This is going to be, this is the Mercury in Gemini. This is Mercury retrograde in Gemini. Like, you know, this Knight of Swords just describes it perfectly. It's going to be, you know, rushing and chaotic, and people aren't going to be paying attention. Like accidents can really happen and stuff too. So just being prepared. Like, I'm not here to make you guys scared of Mercury retrograde. It happens 3 times a year. It's just a stronger energy. Mercury is just stronger during the retrograde time. So you have to be prepared for that stronger energy. That's what the pre-shadow time gives you. Then we have the Queen of Cups. So there you are making an appearance, and the 8 of Pentacles. And see, here's the thing. The Queen of Cups is extremely intuitive. So while you're sitting here just wanting to I just really want to make the money, and I really want to push forward, and I really want to do all the things, and this and this and this and this and this, but I don't know how I'm going to do it. And you drive yourself crazy, or you make decisions without thinking first, right? You intuitively know that if you do any of that, then it's not going to work, right? So the Eight of Pentacles, which represents the sun in Virgo, and it's about taking the steps forward. It might be annoying. You know, the Eight of Pentacles is a very repetitive energy. But the more you allow yourself to take those steps forward without rushing into things, like building things that will last will take time. And we also have to remember that when we build these structures, even if they start in our imagination, we start building these structures in our imagination or in our thought process, we're always evolving. So those structures are always going to be changing and always going to be shifting and always going to be looking different to you and everybody else around you. So reminding yourself that as you're working towards your goal and as you're getting closer to what it is that you imagine that you want to do for your life, because it's entirely possible to do it, but second guessing yourself or rushing into it because you're scared that it's just going to go away, that it's just going to, not exist anymore. Those will be the ways that you make the tower come. Right? Those will be the ways that you create moments that are more difficult for yourself when you rush into things and make decisions. You have a lot coming for you. And I think that because you are so ready to bring some things into reality and to just be able to have the life that makes you happy, I have no doubt that you guys are going to accomplish all of that. Maybe it's this year, maybe it's next year. It's about you having faith in yourself. I could have all the faith in the world of you guys. But until you understand that you can do it too, my words don't matter. Right? I can only give you the nudge. So I'm excited to do your extended. We're going to talk more about, we've got Jupiter going into Aries, which is your second house. So you are going to have a lot of a big boost in your finances. You could be changing careers during this time, but it's really all about confidence. And, somebody who has Jupiter natally has to learn how to have confidence more so than other people. So we'll talk about that more in the extended. We'll talk about the eclipse in Scorpio that's happening and when the sun moves into Gemini, with that new moon in Gemini at the end of the month. So I love you guys. I'm really excited to clarify everything. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I will see you soon and in the extended. Bye.